Hey, Zach, I'm gonna come, okay? What? I'm gonna come to tennis?
A lot of shit talk has happened here on this Court 12. As we enter our fourth consecutive year, I wanted to take the time to ask some of our members why they're showing up this week.
I'm not actually going to be at tennis club this week.
They explained that they were camping this week, and that pretty much killed the conversation. But because of our long friendship, we hung out and talked about what they were packing. A lot of beans. And the price of those Tupperwares that they have at restaurants.
It's like $12 for like a huge, like all you would need. Yeah.
Even without the tennis, we had a good hang. They showed me these apples they were taking out of their truck.
These are Gold Delicious. These have been in the fridge for a while.
Yeah, they're not.
They're wilted. We're just gonna make some vinegar with them. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is the vinegar. Then I asked for a house tour.
This is my room.
Why is there no art on the wall?
I had one painting that a friend painted, but it kept falling down, and now I gotta...
It's hard to see people that you care for living with no art, especially if they're an artist. This is my office, and this is how your walls should look. I moved on to other members of the club.
Just got our smog checked.
What does tennis club mean to you guys?
Community.
Community, friendship, love.
Their answers didn't feel 100% truthful. So I tried to make the conversation more personable and asked Liz what her father taught her about tennis as a child. I knew we were getting somewhere honest.
You don't want to hear a sad story.
Then Ken gave some really long answers, so I brought I brought it back to them as a couple. Do you guys think that tennis club has made you a stronger partnership?
Yeah.
I was about to get another fake answer, so I dropped talking about tennis and just tried to talk about them.
I've never been more in love with Liz when we play tennis together.
This interview was unusable as far as a tennis club promo was concerned, but I was once again reassured that Ken and Liz like each other. I was now more desperate than ever to find usable tennis club promotional material.
Beautiful. I think there's watercress in there. Yeah, that stuff right there. It's like it's kind of spicy. It's good for a salad.
So I chased down Ignacio, a dedicated sportsman, father, and an immigrant.
I've gone into total prepper mode.
He began talking about the inevitable apocalypse, but I was here to talk about tennis. Do you want to talk about tennis?
I mean, look at that. Bottom low on the hay. How did that happen? Oh, my dad was a huge tennis player. Huge. He loved playing tennis, and tennis was huge at that time in Argentina. Well, I think we left before I was old enough to really. I think he also didn't want to I think that was his thing. I think tennis was Dad's thing.
It turns out a lot of our members have complicated tennis origin stories with their fathers.
I'm actually still learning how to aim.
Have you told him that you're playing tennis?
Yeah, and and then him and my brother started playing tennis. And that's what I love about it. It's everybody's welcome to tennis club.
I finally had the soundbite that I needed for the tennis club promo, but this conversation made me wonder if maybe this is about more than just tennis club. And maybe there's more people out there with complicated memories of their father that can work it out. And tennis club might be good for them.
I don't go.
This is Ben. He has refused to attend tennis club for 3 years now.
I don't go because I'm too at peace with my life. I'm healed.
I'm no psychologist, but when someone claims to be healed when you didn't think you were talking about healing, you know you're about to stumble into a conversation you didn't ask for. And I knew this was about to be intense. And he claimed to simply be making orange juice. But there was tension.
I rearranged those books yesterday, can you tell?
But I couldn't tell.
It takes a long time to get any of that juice.
It takes a long time to get good at tennis.
Okay. Jesus, that really is nothing. You get a real juicer.
I watched Ben squeeze oranges for a while. I don't know if he ever told me what was really on his mind, but I stayed and listened for a while.
I can't believe how much orange juice there is in the world, based on my experience of juicing.
When he was done telling me his thoughts on orange juice, he explained that we were listening to NPR because he just felt like it today. And it was playing the soundtrack to The Color Purple.
I never thought I'd have to fight in my own house.
And just like that, we had fresh squeezed orange juice. Not much, but I gave it a go. Oh! Wow!
So good, right?
That needs watered down. That's my next tattoo.
San Pellegrino?
Yeah. For the moments that sparkle. It's Al's idea. We're going to do it together.
Great idea.
Jeff Siegel, it is the California Pro. Up 30.
I've always known that many of our members of Tennis Club had gambling problems, but I had never thought about combining sports betting with Tennis Club until I had to track one of our members down at the horse track. Is that horse high-centered? How much did you bet on this?
$5.
Okay. Tucker's investments were riding high on the number 2 horse because he liked the horse's trainer, but the horse instantly began to lose. Is this one lap?
It's over on this. between a good jockey and a good trainer. You know, seemed like the right pick. Express, baby. $14.
It was nice to see one of our members living a successful life outside of the club. And do you think Tennis Club would be better if gambling on games would be implemented?
Obviously. Take a look around.
We had a pretty good chat about sports gambling and Tennis Club, and I watched him bet on one more race. This would be your third win today?
It's a third win. Yeah, it's gonna be like 50, 60 plus, you know? It's enough for a night out on the town. 50, 60 bucks. We already lost. We already lost. Look out for it back. Can't win them all.
And just like that, he was right. You can't win them all, but you can enjoy trying. Spending an afternoon at the racetracks with Tucker made me realize that life is just a series of gambles. Gamble on who you spend your time with, who you fall in love with, who you emotionally invest in, who you trust with your secrets. Kind of like having a teammate on the tennis court. You're gambling that they'll get the balls that you miss, they'll cover your weak spots. I guess when it comes down to it, life is kind of like gambling at the racetrack. We're all looking for our Seabiscuit.
Court 12 Tennis Club has reunited me with the sport of tennis in a way that I feel happy playing the sport as opposed to when I didn't like playing the sport. Actually, yeah, the first time I ever saw Thomas smile was on Court 12.
Thomas, why did you join Tennis Club? Tell me what your favorite part of Tennis Club is. How do you think Tennis Club could be improved in 2024?
I think it's perfect. The only issue is that it is from 7 to 9 on a Wednesday and I have class at that time. But I think it works for everybody else. Because I threw my racket and you looked at me like, and so I was like, Zach is gonna ban me from Tennis Club.
Okay, I'm gonna be in my bureau.
So now you're going to Sam and Raul. Sam's level of competitiveness matches my own, which is nice. We both get, what is it called when you're a sore loser?
Mean?
Yeah.
After plenty of parties, you said, Raul, come. And I'm like, Zach, I'm shit at tennis. By shit, I mean like I haven't played a single minute of tennis. The first time I ever held a tennis racket was at Tennis Club. I'm sure if I were to go to a tennis instructor today, I'd have to relearn everything, but I like the way that I play.
I think that we should change Tennis Club and make it Pickleball Club. Yeah.
So you just want to change Tennis Club to a different club? When was the last time you came to Tennis Club?
Once this year, maybe. Twice.
Cool.
Have I ever left the group
so
chat?
your vote
Have
is
I been taken
very
out of the group
valid.
chat? Yeah.
Tennis Club. It was a wonderful thing, and it was one of the saving graces of the pandemic.
I got some 80-20 beef, 80-20 lean fat ratio. Make them into balls, and I weigh them out 3 grams each. And then, so it was like, not only what we're getting like fucking wasted playing while we were playing, which I've never done before in tennis, but the fact that it was like downpouring that second was intense as fuck.
And in the final game of the evening, I dislocated my shoulder, which is a shoulder that I have chronic pain in, and tried to play it off and then drove home with one arm.
My first impressions were this is like a pretty fun time. It seemed more about drinking. One thing you said was be honest, and I already lied.
When I was born, my mother told me that I broke the weight for the heaviest child born at that hospital in a small town of Samara in Soviet Russia.
It's still 1 million people.
Yeah, but it's a
That's
small
not
town.
a small town.
That's what we call small town. I went to a tennis academy when I was 7.
As it turns out, Nick also has a troubled past with tennis from his childhood in Soviet Russia. It took a long time to get through this story, but it had a happy ending.
But I couldn't never even dream of that moment when I would be 39 years old and I would be in LA and I would play with this group of people. That's the highest point of my tennis career, this tennis club, is that I am in America, in a free country, in a free world, and I'm finally free to play tennis the way I want to play.
So what do you think about tennis club? You've been there once?
The name of the game is tennis. It's two people on each side. You hit the ball at each other. And if you don't return the serve, you start over.
I said after going there for about 2 years now, I finally can keep the ball in play.
Yeah, I grew up playing tennis with my dad, but nobody else really did. My extended family would play, and then my dad and I would get really competitive and like try to beat my uncle, who was much better at tennis than us. And sometimes just because we cared so much, we would win. And then my dad would be like, "Yeah, I gotta beat my younger brother at tennis, who's more in shape than I am." And also, they're sort of richer, and I think he liked that it's like a classy sport that we were beating him at his own rich person game, you know?
Cool, I think we really got it.
Got it.